Alright, welcome to today's video. We are back here with more Phishiy fights on the VGC ranked ladder. Today, it looks like the same team, but it's not the exact same team. We decided to mix it up a little bit and switched out our Rotom that we had for a GMAX Toxtricity. I've not used this Pokemon very much, but I was trying to think of this team and, you know, because of the Spectrier, typically you want to max the Spectrier, and we do that a lot in our battles, but because of Hex and 130 base power, sometimes, you know, you don't want to max Spectrier, you want to max someone else. I've noticed that in a lot of games we've maxed Swampert and we've maxed Rotom. However, if you max Rotom, you can't get the Will-O-Wisps off to status your opponent to make the Hexes really strong. So I kind of thought to myself, how could we change this team a little bit, give it another max option, aside from Spectrier, aside from the Swampert, aside from the Rillaboom. And what I came up with was Toxtricity. Because Toxtricity, its GMAX move, will actually paralyze or poison both opponents on the other side, 50-50 chance of doing each. Obviously, it's better for us if we paralyze. We've really learned with Grimmsnarl that having that priority Thunder Wave, that ability to paralyze and slow down our opponents is really strong. Poison can be good too, get a little bit of residual damage. I mean, either way, it boosts the Hex up to that 130 power base power move. So we're going to go with Toxtricity. We built the Toxtricity pretty standard. It's max speed, timid, protect, overdrive, boom burst to get that punk rock synergy, and then sludge bomb for a little bit of bonus there. A couple things I am really scared of. Toxtricity is frail. I've seen a lot of builds running Scarf on it or another way to like make it faster, and just because it's so frail, you just want to get a hit in because it's going to probably get blown up. I mean, especially against ground type moves, devastate this. Even in the doubles, even when this Pokemon is G-maxed, it will be one shot by an Earthquake from like a Groudon, or from like a Garchomp, for example. Like, it's extremely frail to these physical ground attackers. And so what we gave it was a Focus Sash. I'm hoping really that I can just, you know, get it off. Maybe they'll ignore it. I don't know exactly what they'll want to do, especially if it's on the field next to Spectrier. You know, maybe they might want to try and target Spectrier down. But we gave it the Focus Sash because I'm thinking that most teams are just going to want to blow this up. It does have the nice synergy of that one. Once it's maxed, and if it has lived a turn and got the Poison and Paralysis off, it does have the Sludge Bomb, which will boost a special attack, so that helps our Spectrier out. Doesn't really do much for our other attackers, Swampert, Rillaboom, but we do have that option with the max Poison, and then also the max Strike with the Boom Burst will slow down our opponents. So we have a lot of options here because, you know, we get the GMAX Thunder. We don't have to worry about setting electric terrain anymore, which means it can stand next to a Moongus, and Moongus can still get Spores off, which is, you know, one problem we ran into with the Rotom when it maxed and wanted to use that max Lightning. So I'm kind of thinking potentially, I mean, obviously, just strictly speaking, I would say Toxtricity is a way weaker Pokemon than Rotom Heat. I'm not really sure how it's going to do in this meta because there are strong attackers. It gets blown up by any ground type move, and then also max ground type moves raise the special defense, which is, you know, of our opponent's team, which is obviously bad for Spectrier and bad for Toxtricity. So we'll kind of see how it goes. We're going to play it out. I really don't know how this team's going to be, if it's going to be better, worse, whatever. Just kind of wanted to mix it up and throw another Pokemon in that, you know, to try out something new. So we'll get right into the battles here, and we'll see how it goes. Alright, it looks like we've got our first battle here against Matt. He's bringing... it's not the hardest Trick Room, but it seems pretty hard Trick Room. I mean, Raffiria wants to be in Trick Room. Conkeldurr wants to be in Trick Room. Rotom doesn't mind it. Metagross doesn't mind it. So, I mean, it's a pretty strong Trick Room team. We found it does have the redirect. If he puts out the Togekiss next to the Duskull, there isn't much we can do about it getting up a Trick Room. So, don't love that, but if it does put out the Togekiss, Toxtricity can be very strong. And if we get the Paralysis off with our GMAX move, that might be the move. That might be the move. Is it Toxtricity? I guess I probably don't want to do a Moongus then. If it's Toxtricity, that could be a lead I had been thinking about, but probably don't want to do it here. Maybe... let's just go for the Toxtricity And then we want, I like Rillaboom in the back, and I think I like, do I like Grimmsnarl in the back? Or do I want Swampert in the back? I think I want Swampert in the back. Alright, this is what we're going to go with. I'm kind of thinking they want to go with the Dusclops Togekiss lead because they see the amount of abilities, of ways to shut down Dusclops that I have, and they're probably going to want to redirect that. I did mention earlier, if you do want to play this team, obviously the rental code was at the beginning of the video there, and then I'm going to have a Pokepaste in the description down below, so you can check that out if you like. Oh, it's the Togekiss Rotom. Okay, so maybe he's not bringing the Trick Room variant? That's interesting. I don't hate that. I like our situation here, though. Well, did he just want to switch? Okay, hypothetically, if he switches the Togekiss out and we direct the Max Lightning at it, or whatever the GMAX of Toxtricity is called, Toxtricity's GMAX move, he doesn't... Oh, he does have the Lightning Rod. So if he just switches into the Rhyperior, that is really bad for us. Which makes me want to Max Ooze it. Yeah, we'll just do that, and then we'll just go... I'm going to protect the Spectrier this time. Oh, I just kind of am worried he's going to want to switch out. If he doesn't, it's not really that bad for us. As far as we're definitely faster than the Rotom. Depends on how he built the Togekiss. Because Toxtricity just base is not the strongest thing ever. He doesn't want to switch. Okay. Rotom is faster than our Toxtricity. Wow. Okay. We do get the Max Ooze off. This is going to do serious damage. Very nice. And we get the special attack boost. Dazzling Gleam comes in. Shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, we take that. Very nice. Okay. It's leftovers. Okay, so it's just a bulky Togekiss set. I was thinking if it was the crit Togekiss, we'd probably kill it with the Max Ooze, but we did learn something. So I think we just Stun Shock and Shadow Ball into the Rotom. Yeah, I think that's completely fine. I wonder if he's thinking about switching now. I mean, if he switches into the Rhyperior, this is just pretty bad for us. Oh, don't be the Rhyperior. Okay, it's the Dusclops. I'm okay with this, actually. I wouldn't have minded doubling up into the Dusclops, actually. Yeah, Rotom just goes straight down. We get a Grim Nigh boost. And then we're also going to get the stun or the poison off onto the Dusclops here. So a really good turn for us. That takes him down to half. That did a lot of damage. Oh, it's crit. Okay, I was like, holy smokes. That did so much damage. It's not paralyzed. That's too bad. That's going to be the thing about this Pokemon is it's just the poison is probably the worst status for us out of all the statuses that our team can apply. I mean, sleep is fantastic. Paralysis is fantastic. When you have the Rotom, the Will-O-Wisp was fantastic. Okay, here comes the Rhyperior. So it could be Reckless. I kind of like. I think what we want to do, actually, is Max Ooze again. And I'm fine with just doubling up into the same slot. We don't really need to... I'm fine with just doubling up into the Dusclops. He doesn't max, and he protects the Rhyperior well. Okay, so the Dusclops immediately dies, and then our Max Strike does nothing. So he does wait out our Dynamax. It's very possible that this could not be Lightning Rod. That is 3 boosts now for our Spectrier. Max, it's going to be 4 boosts for Spectrier. Oh my gosh. Wow. I actually kind of forgot that. I didn't even think about the fact that we were going to hit him through the Protect. That sequencing worked out perfect for us. I'm assuming he's going to max the Rhyperior. I would imagine the Togekiss just follows me here. And he's going to max and just blow us away. I would imagine, right? So that means it's 140 damage. And it doesn't affect our Spectrier. I mean, it's not the strongest thing against them, but I kind of wonder if poisoning is just better. I'm going to go for that. Because he has to go into he has to max and go into my Spectrier, right? Because if he doesn't, he's just dead. So I'm actually gonna Shadow Ball into the Rhyperior, because if he doesn't follow me, then we just get a big Shadow Ball off, a +4 Shadow Ball. Toxtricity next to the Spectrier worked out perfect. I mean, this was the perfect showcase for what we wanted to see from this team. I mean, he could just go into the Toxtricity. Okay, he's gonna follow me. Totally fine. And what we expected. Shadow Ball is gonna kill. This is gonna be a +5 Spectrier. I'm assuming he kills the Spectrier, right? He has to. He has to kill the Spectrier. Or else it's +5 Spectrier that's gonna be faster than it next turn. Sludge Bomb comes in. Just poison him. That'd be hilarious. Max Quake does come in. Into the Toxtricity! This is a +5 Spectrier! Oh my gosh, okay. I just think that's just a huge mistake, but that's fine. Let's see. I'm assuming it's... He's just going to blow up whatever Pokemon we put out. I mean, maybe the Swampert would have lived. I kind of just want to knock off this weakness policy. I think that's a fine move. Because then that leaves us to Grassy Glide. It leaves us to do whatever we want to do next turn. And just a giant Shadow Ball. This is a +5. I mean, he is +1 special defense. This is a +5 Shadow Ball. Spectrier. Spectrier 4-0s the opposing team. Oh, it's so beautiful. That's a +6 Spectrier. Fantastic. It honestly, that worked out just as the way as we planned. That was exactly the way we planned that to go. Just Spectrier, Toxtricity, perfect combo. It works so well into that Togekiss potential follow me too. Again, if I was him, I would have led the Dusclops Togekiss, guarantee that Trick Room on the first turn, because I think not being able to set up Trick Room was pretty devastating to my opponent's team. So we'll go back in for our second battle and see what happens here. It should move us up. Yeah, it moves up to Great Ball, tier 8. So edging closer and closer to Master Ball. Which is, I mean, we're playing just these kind of like fun teams. I don't feel like I'm like hard grinding for Master Ball, but we're, you know, playing fun teams just to get there. Alright, next battle against Aron. It's not Aaron, it's Aron. He's got, obviously the Sun Core, potentially 2 Intimidates, and the Grimmsnarl. This could be the Lax Incense Grimmsnarl, which is kind of scary if it is. Let's see, if I'm him, I mean, you could definitely just lead Sun. could definitely lead Sun. Swampert has the Rindo Berry. We haven't used the Rindo Berry once. Swampert has it though, and they wouldn't know that. Oh, I'm tempted just to like bait the Lax Incense switch if that's what it is, or the Lagging Tail Grimmsnarl by having Grimmsnarl in the back and switching. But I kind of just want... What if we just lead the same thing? Is this like terrible if we just lead the same thing? Grimmsnarl in the back, Swampert in the back. I think Swampert's really good against their team. Grimmsnarl could switch in to whichever one we think is going to get Lax Incensed. I like this. This is fine. Because if I'm my opponent, don't I... If I am the Lax Incensed Grimmsnarl, don't I just trick? And if this is Sun, I'm pretty fine with this. I think we take a hit, we take an Earth Power, well, we have the Focus Sash. So I wonder if they would just want to Earth Power the Toxtricity. Okay, Gyarados Hitmontop. So... Double Intimidators, we led the perfect Pokemon into it. Is this Double Intimidators? Okay, no, because the Swampert... So it is Moxie Gyarados. Because I'm assuming that the Gyarados is Intimidate would have gone off first. So it's Moxie Gyarados. Obviously the Intimidate did nothing to us. I think we just... Okay, if he's going to switch in, though... What doesn't want to take... Or what can take... Let's see, Venusaur obviously takes the max stun just fine. And Duraludon will take it, but then they have the potential to get their status. So I honestly don't hate this. If he doesn't do anything, we just remove the Gyarados. And I'm just going to protect again with Spectrier. So he doesn't switch, right? Because we get our Gigantamax off, which is awesome. We're going to get the GMAX Stun Shock off, which is going to be dope. Spectrier just protects. Fake Out, okay. I mean, maybe he thought... I guess that's his only Fake Out option, right? He does break the Sash with it. And then Gyarados just goes down. Poison on him on top would have preferred the Paralysis. So that's the second coin flip that we've lost, which is, you know, it's whatever. If he's Sash, that breaks the Sash, actually. Actually, I don't hate that, because if he's Sash, that decimates the Sash. He did break our Sash with the Fake Out, though. Venusaur comes in. Ooh, let's see. Obviously, the Stun Shock's not very effective, but it does... Can he be poisoned by this, or does he just get paralyzed? I want to learn, so I'm just going to use that and Hex the Hitmontop. And we'll see what the Venusaur does. The Venusaur might just max, honestly. Oh, he withdraws the Hitmontop, okay. Sends out the Torkoal. Oh, that's going to speed up. Oh, is he actually maxing here? This is pretty smart. I didn't even think of this. Oh, that's pretty smart. Wow, okay. That's a problem from us. That was a pretty smart play on here. I didn't even think switching in the Torkoal to bait out. I definitely should have protected. Definitely should have max protected. Oh, I should have max protected. That's just a huge mistake. Wow. And he gets the special defense boost. Yeah, we got baited on that one. I mean, that's exactly what we were worried about. He dies to just literally any move like that. Hex comes in. That does legit damage. So if Spectrier lives... Okay, I think that means... swap in the Grimmsnarl here. And... do we need to set up the light screen, or can we get away with Thunder Waving? Okay, his last Pokemon was the Hitmontop. Still has the ability to Fake Out. That's kind of scary. If we Thunder Wave the Venusaur and Hex it, how much does this do? This just doesn't do enough, does it? Especially because they got the special defense boost. What if we just protect the Spectrier? What if we Thunder Wave Protect? Okay, we land the Thunder Wave. That's huge. Vine Lash comes in onto the Spectrier, who takes it nicely because we protected. Love that. He also doesn't boost his special defense, which I'm pretty happy with. Heat Wave comes in. Spectrier should eat this up fine. Or not Spectrier, but Grimmsnarl. Okay, Grimmsnarl takes that up pretty good. Wow, the Vine Lash does so much damage. That's just so brutal. I think we just set up the light screen now, and... Ooh. Can we just Shadow Ball? If we just Shadow Ball the Torkoal, it kills, right? I guess the only thing is he's going to want to set another special defense boost. I think this is going to be another max ground. Oh, we actually go faster. What? Oh, Torkoal lives that? Wait, did our Shadow Ball go faster our Hex went first the first time? Did I just misremember that ordering? Alright, he kills the Grimmsnarl. And you get the special attack boost. Heat Wave does come in, single target. Oh, not being able to kill... I must have misremembered the turn order move. Hex must have gone before the ground type move. Or before the max ground move. Alright, we are Rindoberry. I actually don't want the Torkoal to go down. I was thinking about potentially... we're not going to be able to wait out the sun, right? I'm assuming that there's still 5 more turns. I'm assuming it's the Rock. So we just high horsepower the Venusaur. Pray for the Parahax, I guess. I guess that's the move. Wait, what? Custat Berry. Wow, okay. That Overheat does good damage. Alright, we eat our Rindoberry. This might still blow. This probably still blows us away. Yeah. Yeah, they got us there. I think I misremembered turn ordering, which was a big problem because I thought that he already had the special defense boost when the Hex did like 45%. I must have been wrong. Alright, that's, sometimes that's how it goes. Just a mistake, I think. Which is totally fine. I think we recognize where our mistake is. Probably should have just Hexed the Venusaur, tried to get damage off, but we're probably in a bad spot anyways. I wonder if I even potentially... I probably needed... Well, he max oozed, which means if I don't set up the light screen, it doesn't really matter. The light screen didn't really do anything for us, I think. So I probably should have just Thunder Waved the Torkoal. I could have just Thunder Waved the Torkoal and then Hex the Torkoal too. That goes down. Then we the Torkoal doesn't attack, and then we have a 2 versus 2. Hitmontop has to fake out. We're still faster, which means we get a Hex off into the Venusaur, who is now a tiny Venusaur. So actually, I think that would have been the better play. I think the better play would have been to Thunder Wave the Torkoal, Hex the Torkoal to kill it. He then Max Oozes into the Grimmsnarl, killing the Grimmsnarl. We still have our Spectrier up. We send out Swampert Spectrier. He sends out his Hitmontop. But the Venusaur shrinks. We then Hex the Venusaur, which, tough to say how it would have done. We would have been +1 from the Grimnai. He would have had the boost from... He would have had a +1 defense boost. And so then our Hex into the Venusaur might even have killed it. I think we misplayed because the Venusaurs are not tanky. Okay. So you know what? That's a lesson learned. We learned for next time. I hope you guys enjoyed the videos. There was 2 really fun battles. I mean, if you want to try out this Toxtricity team, I actually think this is... I've been trying to figure out how to use Toxtricity, since really the beginning of Sword and Shield, when we learned about, or at least when its Gigantamax form was released, and we learned that it has this powerful ability to poison or paralyze automatically off of a very strong special attacker and that, a very strong electric type move. So I think this is the team to use it, a Hex team, a team that can utilize both the paralysis and the poison to do extra damage. So if you like this team, again, in the Pokepaste below, there's a rental code below too, and the code's at the beginning of this video. Check it out. Feel free to try it, and we will see you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day.